In our shop here at Headlight Revolution, I have got hundreds of LED headlight bulbs that we test almost every single day in as many vehicles as we can. Behind me is a 2019 Ford Ranger, and you'd be shocked to find out that most of those bulbs do not fit these headlights. It's a very tight headlight, few options out there, and in this video I'm going to show you guys the best ones. Now the way we test headlight bulbs here is pretty simple. We install them in the truck, pointed against the wall from about 25 feet, and we use a digital lux meter to tell exactly how bright or how dim a set of headlights are. It's as simple as that, and if you did a test like this at home with these same bulbs and the same meter in the same truck, you should get a very similar result. Now, ultimately, what I want to show you guys is the beam patterns these light bulbs produce and the brightness so that you can try to make the best decision possible, and then in a second I'm going to show you guys exactly how to install them. So this is what your Ford Ranger looks like with the factory low beam turned on from about 25 feet away from the wall. This came in at 410 maximum lux, and honestly we've been dying to get one of these trucks in here to see exactly this. It's a brand new truck, we don't have a ton of experience with it prior to this video, and we wanted to see what exactly you get when you buy one of these things. 410 maximum lux isn't that great, but it does have a really nice beam pattern, and moving forward we're going to try to find an LED bulb that imitates that factory beam pattern, just brightens it up a little bit. Now we found this bulb after doing a little digging on the Ranger forums and doing a little research trying to find something that would fit and perform well. A couple of the guys on there have been running these. They're within the $40 to $60 price range, and honestly it's going to give us a white light, but let's see how it performs as far as beam pattern and brightness. Now this bulb came in at 150 maximum lux. As you can see, it is noticeably dimmer than halogen, and we've seen this more than once on this channel where people are suggesting us bulbs to test. We get them in here and we try them out, and they're actually less bright than the factory. They give you that white light appearance, and you could be fooled into thinking they're brighter, but this one's almost twice as dim as the factory halogen bulbs. That's not why we're here today. Let's try to find something that works. The GTR Lighting CSP Mini bulb came in at 1300 maximum lux. Compared to 410, that is an upgrade. As you can see, we do have a similar to stock beam pattern. We didn't pick up a ton of glare above the cutoff line, and this actually made a pretty good difference in those low beam headlights on this truck. Let's check out some high beam options. The stock high beam on this Ford Ranger came in at 620 maximum lux. Now, the high beam is a lot less picky on the Ford Ranger than the low beam. There is a little more space. You can fit a higher power bulb in there, and so for the sake of this test, we threw in the GTR Lighting Ultra Series 2 bulb, and that came in at 1,810. Can you imagine going from 620 to 1,810. That is a big jump in brightness. When you hit that high beam switch, you get a lot of firepower going down the road, and all of this matches really nicely. So you can see on the front of the truck here, we also upgraded the fog lights while we had the truck in here. We threw in the GTR Lighting CSP Minis. They fit great. They don't have a fan, so you're not going to get any dirt in there. They're not going to fail prematurely. Now that you've got an idea of what bulbs you want to install in your Ford Ranger, follow me. I'm going to show you exactly how you can get these things installed in 5 minutes at home with no tools required. For those of you that don't need help, check out our website. We got a ton of Ford Ranger content coming out, and you won't want to miss any of it. Now the first step in getting these bulbs installed in your truck is popping the hood. Now behind each of your headlights, you're going to find two different dust covers. You've got one on the outside, that's for your low beam, one on the inside, that's for your high beam. Now this is your low beam dust cover. I'm going to work on this one first. Twist it counterclockwise, it pops out, and you're going to see your halogen bulb back there. Twist that counterclockwise, pull it out. Ford was generous with the wiring. We've got plenty of slack. You can unplug the bulb, set it off to the side. Now at this point you can install whichever LED bulb you choose to, but what I want to show you guys is the biggest issue we had in choosing one that fits this vehicle. Now for the sake of the demonstration, I'm going to show you guys an SV4 bulb installed in this headlight. This is what it looks like. It is fan based, and the problem you're going to run into is you've got this sheet metal back here for the fender, and you've got the fan that this bulb uses. Now this bulb fits almost every vehicle that we test on this channel. It's very highly recommended. Unfortunately, you cannot reinstall the dust cover over that bulb. What you'll find is it hits the sheet metal before you can get it over the bulb itself. Now by using a bulb such as the GTR Lighting CSP Mini, that problem can be avoided. It's a very small bulb. It fits in that factory opening just fine. You can plug the bulb in. This is what the GTR Lighting CSP mini bulb looks like installed in the headlight. So you can see it fits in there real nice. As you can see, with the GTR Lighting CSP mini bulb installed, you can actually hardly see the bulb, whereas the SV4 bulb stuck out so far you couldn't get the dust cover back on. Now, I can get this dust cover reinstalled. We won't have any dust, debris, or moisture in the headlight, which is very important. As you can see, the dust cover goes back on just fine. That's super important. Some of you guys out there are going to run large LED bulbs with large fans and not reinstall your dust covers. And honestly, I don't recommend that. You're gonna get stuff in your headlight, it's gonna look bad, it's gonna fog up when you wash the truck. It's not what you want. Now the high beam's much more accessible and there's a little more room under the cover so you can install a higher power bulb. Go ahead and reach in and remove your factory halogen bulb, unplug it, and for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna show you guys the GTR Lighting Ultra Series 2 bulb installed here. Out of the bulbs we tested for the high beam option on this truck, the GTR Lighting Ultra Series 2 was the best, and it's got a small enough driver that it fits with the factory dust cover. There is more room here than there was with the low beam, but it is still a pretty tight fit. The cover reinstalls just like that. This process is the exact same for the other side of the vehicle. There is an air box in the way, it makes it a little tighter, but you can do it without taking anything apart. Now what you've seen today is exactly how we do lighting better here. We test all of the bulbs that we can, we make sure everything fits, we make sure nothing flickers or strobes or gives you guys any trouble, and we're going to continue to promote products like that for your fog lights, your cargo lights, you name it. So if you've got a Ford Ranger like this one, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got a lot of videos coming out and I'd love for you to see them.